So this morning I was asking about manifesting in the world, manifestation, and having things happen, action, energy. How does this work? Recently I had a big job with spirit travel. We had several groups and a lot of activity and money and enjoyment and awakening, beautiful. And then there's a month here of kind of goes quiet, and it feels in a way that spirit has left. So I'm asking the angels this morning about how we have all these elemental energies. We literally have in our field, call them angels, call them what you want, helpers, elemental helpers, as a shaman would have an elemental helper, the jinn, the genie in the bottle. That's where all that comes from. It's all true, right? And there's all kinds of stories about misuse, and you got to be careful with that you're aligned with true source, with heart, with love, with the right thing. But anyway, we forget that we have all these hundreds, thousands of angels. Jesus says, I could call on legions of angels at this point. So we all have legions of angels that we can call upon. And so we were asking about that, and then we're sitting in meditation, and I'm asking, and the angels came with a message very strongly. They showed me a time a few years ago when I'm out walking. They downloaded in me a whole idea, and I just felt so inspired. And then they shared the word inspired, in spirit. We are in spirit, they said. Therefore, we can't do the physical. We're not meant to. We're the spirit. We'll inspire you. So both are necessary. The inner and the outer, as within, so without. The inspiritation comes, and we have made this artificial boundary between flesh and spirit. Flesh is weak. It's all illusion. Nothing has ever happened. This is all an illusion. The only real world is within. And you have Advaita teachers or teachers teaching this. That's all true from one perspective. But that half-truth can mess you up. You can mess up your physical life. Not deal with the realities of physicality. Money and taking care of your body and being there with it. It's all meant to be one. As within, so without. I and my Father are one. I and my Mother are one. I and the Source are one. We are one and the same. So the angels were showing me this morning, we will inspire, but our job is really from the celestial realms, mostly, to assist you guys, because you're the ones that chose to have manifestation in this frequency. See, in higher and lower frequencies are not judgments. We have this has crept in that somehow higher frequencies are better. On your radio dial, are the better stations at the higher frequencies? Yes, okay, I get it. The rock stations tend to be up there. All right. But you know what I mean? It's just all different frequencies. It depends on where you choose to be. It's not better or worse. Higher frequencies, 108 versus 88. They're just different. The same with our frequencies. They're not better or worse. The physical is not worse than the violet frequency. The red frequency in the rainbow, because it's on the bottom, is not worse than violet. They're just different. They're different textures. And we've come to judge that. So the body's not worse. Sex isn't worse. Wanting, experiencing in the earth those humming type of, the frequencies of physicality. What's wrong with that? Nothing. The judgment of it makes it wrong, makes it funky. When you do something that part of you is saying, I shouldn't be doing this, you divide yourself into good angel, bad devil, right? Knowledge of good and evil. It's all just frequency, like Tesla says. You want to know the secrets of the universe? Frequency and vibration. So, as the inspiration comes to us, it is simply a matter of letting it occur through us. Yes, do this. I let this be done through me. We have to do the part. So my guidance God, the angels this morning, felt like angels because, I needed remedial therapy, remedial help this morning. But they're aspects of us. See, it's all one thing. We can play the game of, I'm channeling these beings. Really, those are aspects of ourselves. most of the time. See my other video, Channeling is Over, if you're interested in channeling. So the inner and the outer both are part of the manifestation. Let them happen through you. You receive the inspiration, you have to do the action. You got to make the phone calls. You got to print the papers. You got to do the website. You got to create the connections, That's part of it. Let it happen, and not to judge the doing. The ecstasy comes in the enjoyment. We love physicality, and we're conflicted about it. We feel guilty about it. And this is what makes the arrested development of it. In the enjoying of it, in sanctifying it, if you will, in glorifying, making glory. Glory is your aura, right? In making holy the physical experience, the physical experience will no longer trap us on earth. Yeah. And eventually it just becomes energy. Inner, flesh, or spirit, outer, flesh, etc. simply becomes one experience. It's just one energy soup, like it is for true masters. They simply walk in and out of physicality, and to them it's just one energetic dialer on the frequency. Dial. If you're interested in more of some of this stuff in a readable form, we have Awakening Souls. You go to Amazon by Tobias Lars if you like that cover. And Listening to the Sun on Amazon as well. These are 50 little tidbits of direct experiences. I meet with the angel of death. These are all things we can all do, and we all do. Usually in our sleeping state, but we are starting to have it happen more and more in the awake state as well for all of us. So if you're interested in more of those tidbits, Awakening Souls, Listening to the Sun on Amazon is part of my contribution towards the larger awakening. Also check out the Course of Awakening.